What? Yo, don't live on the block. Yo. Live by the code precedes you, and it outlasts you. The freed version of the code, it don't belong to any individual. It's the residual agreement of everyone who came before on how the block floor gets conducted in specific articles of the unwritten particles of behavior accumulated into law by the specific draw of consequence over generations. You violate the generations of the enforcement, arrive not as punishment as the movement of the system correcting the deviation. The violation of the code is a physics problem, the solemn law of the block action, consequence, proportion. Live by the code, don't live on the block. The clock of the tolerance for the deviant is not lenient. The code is the code, it predates you, it outlasts you. The code has articles nobody wrote down. The renown of the lived law versus the written. The written law has the loophole bitten into it by the lawyers reading the seeding of the exception in the written law is the architecture of its flaw. The unwritten code don't have exceptions. The deceptions of the letter of the law reading don't exist. The list of what the code prohibits is shorter than the law's list and more absolute the assist of the gray area. Zero, the hero of the code reading is not the clever interpreter. It's the man who kept it the literal application of the simple principle. Don't bring heat to where people live. Don't move on a man's family. Don't forgive the debt you owe by waiting for it to expire. The entire code in 3 sentences. I kept them. Live by the code. Don't live on the block. The clock of the tolerance for the deviant is not lenient. The code is the code. It predates you. It outlasts you. Live by the code. Don't live on the block. The clock of the tolerance for the deviant is not lenient. The code is the code. It predates you. It outlasts you. The price of the code is the code's jurisdiction. You live under it once you're in it. The diction of the exit is specific. You don't exit the terrific application of the code by leaving the block. The clock of the code runs on the relationship network, not geography. The berserk discovery of the man who moved to another borough. The thorough application of the code followed the address book, not the new address. I looked at this with clear eyes. I signed up when I accepted the belonging. The cup of the belonging and the code are the same cup. I drank it, I kept the code, the load of the keeping. Real, the alternative, I've seen the alternative. Live by the code, don't live on the block. The clock of the tolerance for the deviant is not lenient. The code is the code, it predates you, it outlasts you. Live by the code, don't live on the block. The clock of the tolerance for the deviant is not lenient. The code is the code, it predates you, it outlasts you. The code predates you, it outlasts you. It outlasts you. You. I kept it, the load of the keep it. Real. Still there. The roof knows everything, every conversation held up there in the specific station of the open air above the building. The yielding of the wall at the rooftop offer the proffer of the open sky to the confession that the closed apartment compressed. I had conversations on that roof that changed the shape of the truth I was living at the time. The rhyme of the rooftop with the honest altitude remove the performance to gratitude of the stripped down version. You can't be large up there. The city below put it in proportion. The air between you and the sky accurate. The roof knows everything. What got set up there stays up there. The specific prayer or the honest conversation in the open. No witnesses below, no broken record of the said thing except the memory. She came to the roof the night before his case. Not for me to say anything. The space of being it was the whole of what was needed. We sat on the ledge, the seated silence of 2 men who understood the morning coming, no adorning of the situation with language. The manager the next 12 hours lived and how we sat there. I grieved already in advance without naming it. The specific claiming it would happen later. The roof that night was the last hour of the right configuration of what we were to each other. The cover of the ordinary sky above. Indifferent, I wasn't. The roof knows everything. What got set up there? The roof is still there. The roof is still there. Same tall, same ledge, same edge of the building where we sat. The flat Indifference of the structure to what it held, the compelled witness of the concrete and the tar, the scar of what happened up there is in me, not in the roof. The proof of the roof's knowledge is that I can't go up there anymore without the cup of the specific gravity at night. Arriving the light is the same light, the city below, the same city. I'm the archive, the pity and the weight and the memory mine. The roof knows everything. What got set up there stays up there. The specific prayer or the honest conversation in the open. The witnesses below, no broken. The roof knows everything. What got set up there. The roof knows everything. What got set up there. And the ledge, the morning coming. The roof still there. I'm the archive. Yo, nighttime knowledge, the curriculum of the dark hours that don't get taught in the towers of the official education of specific information of the terrific night block movement pattern sound signatures, the architectures of the threat before the threat materialize. I learned to read the skies of the night street like weather, the gather of the energy before the event, the specific scent of the block before something happened, not literal smell, the pattern of behavior shifting in the minutes sit before the open door that was closed, the corner that cleared, the sound that disappeared. These are the night's vocabulary, nighttime knowledge, the dark's curriculum. What the night teach the minimum of survival. Read it before it reads you. The night don't care about you. It just runs, learn this language, I don't. I've been fluent in the night since 14. The intervening years added vocabulary didn't change the language. The strange continuity of the night reader across context. The effects of the night. Education transfer to rooms. The day never prepared me for the tombs of boardrooms, negotiation tables. The fables of the professional environment. The night trained inherent reading of the room operates underneath. Who's uncomfortable? The sheath of the performance slipping on which face. The specific place in the room where the power sits versus where it's assigned the bits of information. The night installed in me work everywhere. The feet of the night education. The night, the return to sights nobody else sees in every room I enter. Nighttime knowledge, the dark's curriculum. Nighttime knowledge. The dust runs, learn this language. 3 a.m. in the queue was the graduate school, the specific tool of the late block as the most advanced coursework, the enhanced reading that only that hour produces. The seducers of the regular world strip entirely. What's left at 3 is the purely real version of the environment, the permanent population of the dark, their movement, their improvement on the visibility of the hour. Taught me the flower of the honest red, no performance. At 3 a.m. no conformance to the social mass, just what's real, that's the deal. I learned what's real at 3 a.m. I use it at 3 p.m. Nighttime knowledge, the dark's curriculum. Walk the night, teach the minimum of survival. Read it before it reads you. The night don't care about you. It just runs, learn this language, I don't. 3 a.m. in the queue. Nighttime knowledge. It just runs, learn this language, I don't. 3 a.m. in the queue. Nighttime knowledge. What's real at 3 a.m.? I use it at 3 p.m. It just runs, learn this language, I don't. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yo, the throne don't move because I built it on a bedrock, not the sand of the temporary, the deadlock of the permanent position earned over years. The arrears of doubt I paid in the building phase. Every voice that said the haze of the project was too ambitious. The suspicious assessment of those who couldn't see the blueprint of free opinion of the young comet is always the most submitted. With confidence I filed it and kept building the style that later when the structure was complete. The throne don't move, I built the foundation. Every stone placed with calculation. The ones who said it wouldn't hold, the structure standing, the stories told by the building, not the comment. Yeah, I watch men build on bars borrow, the leverage, position at the average. Observer can't distinguish from the owned in the good years. The bone of the different shows in the hard year. The borrow position appear identical to the owned until the creditor arrive. The editor of the borrow position is external, the internal governance of the own. Absolute, I chose the slower route. Build what I own what I build. The field foundation of the self-financed is worth the unfinanced years of the building. Ask me at year 10. Throne don't move, I build the foundation. The throne don't move, I build the foundation. The throne don't move, I build the foundation. The throne don't move because the foundation is moral, not the floral decoration of the morality speech. The reach of the practical, I keep my word. The heard version of my name in rooms I'm not in is what I built it on the thin. There's only here for the reputation borrowed from association, hollowed out the moment the association leave. I don't believe in borrow, standing my name is my structure. The throne, my nature. The throne don't move, I built the foundation. 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 The foundation is moral. The name is lush, built on bedrock. If the throne don't move, yeah, one shot heavy, the slow burn is the dangerous one, not the flash. The flash announces itself, make its cash of attention and exit. The slow burn is quieted, accrue to earn. Of the slow burn is the specific moment when the accumulated torment find its form, by then it's compounded. The original grievance surrounded by the years of its sitting. The flash is manageable, the sitting of the slow burn is the infrastructure of the longer damage. The rupture that come from the slow burn is deeper than the flash. The keeper of the slow burn often don't know they have it. The specific habits of suppression are efficient. The body knows the shoddy evidence of the body's knowledge. The specific tension in the system, the prevention of discharge through suppression, accumulating cost. Slow burn, the dangerous one.
Slow, the flash was fun,
not the flash, the long run.
Health and simulation
Is the whole of the devastation when it finally finds its form. Yo, I carry slow burns I didn't name. The specific game but not acknowledging the grievance to avoid the discomfort of the voice complaint. Easier to suppress than address the duress of the addressed thing. Real, the deal of the suppressed pays later. The accumulated greater cost of the thing held too long. The wrong of the slow burn is not inhabiting it and keeping it past the point of solving it. Past the window of the addressable is the slow burns accessible. Path to the form by then. Messy.
slow, the dangerous one. The health and accumulation
Is the whole of the devastation.
slow, the dangerous one. The health and accumulation
Is the whole of the devastation. The practice, name it when it's small. The hall of the early grievance is shorter than the hallway of the quarter century. Slow burn, address it when it's the size that can be dressed. The specific early window of the addressable grievance, narrow but available. Take it, be the alternative way to make it into the thing that costs more. Slow burn, name it at the door.
slow, the dangerous one.
Not the flash, the long run.
Health and accumulation
Is the whole of the devastation.
slow, the dangerous one.
Not the flash, the long run.
Health and accumulation
Name it early when it's small, the window is narrow. Take it. Yo, no, check the mail, yo, no, check the mail, yo, no, check the mail, yo, the fuck, yo, no, Take it there, yo. Maximum density, syllables per bar at capacity. Every internal rhyme firing with the audacity of someone who practiced till the pattern automatic, till the multisyllabic became pragmatic. As breathing, the breathing is the bar. Inhale, load, exhale, across the scar of the kick drum. Every bar of breath precisely place the depth of the pocket is the depth of the lung. I expand into the groove when the drums flung forward on the one. Every verb locked to a beat, every noun disturbed into position by the flow's demand. I write until the language and the band of the kick drum share the same address. Then I know the bar is at its best.
Yo, maximum density, every syllable earned.
No wasted space,
No easy word.
every bar I drop is built for maximum weight. The density is the statement.
Full dense, every bar counts.
Internal rhyme structure firing on 3 levels. The end rhyme anchors, the middle metals with the expectation. The internal rhyme on the first syllable. Diurnal, nocturnal, the whole pattern is a machine for generating surprise within the scene. Framework of the established groove. You know the loop, you know the move. The bar surprise you anyway because the internal structure pause before the expected and deliver something adjacent, close enough to feel the humming of the familiar, different enough to register as new the sinister precision of the multisyllabic, comfort and surprise in the same bar before your eyes in the same 2-bar window.
Yo.
Maximum density,
Every syllable earned.
no wasted space,
No easy word.
every bar I drop is built for maximum weight. The density is the state.
Full dense, every bar counts. Full pattern. Full power. Full dense.
Yo, third verse, the density unchanged. The SP still knocking in the arrangement of the syllables still at capacity. The audacity of the technical approach maintained at full power. Into the final bar, the final hour of the track. I don't save the density for later. I run it from the first bar to the crater of the last maximum effort. Maximum return to the third. Technical difficulty is the wrong approach. If you can do it, do it. The encroach of the comfortable is the enemy. Maximum density is the remedy. Every bar from one to the end. That's the commitment, that's the bend. I won't take full power all the way through. Maximum density,
Every syllable earned.
no wasted space.
No easy word.
Every bar I drop is built for maximum weight. The density is the statement.
Full dense.
Every maximum density,
Every syllable earned.
no wasted space.
No easy word.
Every bar I drop is built for maximum weight. The density is the statement.
Full dense.
Every bar counts
Full power.
all the way through.
Full power. Full power. Then full power all the way through. Full dense.
Maximum density. Maximum density.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The debt collectors visit. The debt collectors visit. The debt collectors visit.
The debt collectors visit. Don't come with announcement. The pronouncement of the arrival is the arrival itself. The shelf. Life for the ignored debt. Shorter than it feel when you're ignoring it. The real deadline is not the one that was stated. It's the one generated by the patience of the creditor running out. The shout of the ignored debt is the visit. The specific visit has its own grammar. The knock. The silence after the knock. The clock of the seconds between the knock and the answer that tell the dancer on the other side of the door whether the answer is available or not.
The debt collectors visit. The knock you earn, every avoided payment return with interest in the face. The grace. Period of the avoided debt. Finite. Finite is now.
I've been on both sides of that door. The collector and the ignored, both positions uncomfortable for different reasons. The season of the collector, you carry what was owed to someone else, and the way to deliver in the shelf of the moral position of the collector is not clean. The connector between the original wrong and the correction of it require the inspection of your own hands. I delivered the message when I had to the passage of the specific visit to the specific door. I don't romanticize at the core of what it was, the consequence arriving.
The debt collectors visit. The knock you earn, every avoided payment return with interest in the face. The The debt collectors visit.
Yo, the lesson of both sides. Clear the debt before the visit decides to arrive on its own schedule. The credible position of the early settlement versus the government of the overdue. The cost differential is the whole credential of the lesson. I settle early after both experience the surly method of avoided debt is always worse than the math of the address. The verse of the consequence arriving. I memorized it. The authorized payment plan of the proactive, the active choice to clear versus the passive choice to avoid both for choices. The voices of the consequence, they only speak once. The dunce tax of not listening the first time. The visit, the rhyme, or the knock on your door.
The debt collectors visit. The knock you earn, every avoided payment return with interest in the face. The period of avoided debt finite. The finite is now. The debt collectors visit. The knock you earn. The debt collectors visit. The debt collectors visit. The debt collectors visit.
Yo, round there, nigga, knew the bullshit, nigga. Who made it out? I count them on one hand from the start and number the plan. Future at 15 of everyone I knew, nobody planned what actually came through. The gap between the 15-year-old projection and the 30-year-old correction is the whole of what I know about certainty, the purity of the 15-year-old conviction about the future. The prediction built on nothing but the optimism of the not yet tested, the prism of 30 looking back at 15. The intervening years, the unseen variable of the environment doing what it does. Who made it out? The count is honest, the modest number from a large starting group. The specific droop of the trajectory count and keep counting. Yeah, Devil made it, he left at 22, went to Atlanta before the residue of the block calcified around him. He read the wall before the wall him could claim the specific timing of the exit before the rhyming of the situation became fixed. The mixed record of the early exit, you leave something to specific. Pain of leaving the belonging, terrific. Even when the belonging was a trap, he paid that he got. Closed the distance between the block and the elsewhere. I know what that cost from watching his face in the year before he went. The trace of the leaving already happening in him. Who made it out? The count is honest. Who made it out? The count is honest.
Who made it out?
Who made it out? The count is honest.
Who made it out?
Marcus didn't make it out in the clean sense. He made it out in the dense version. Years inside came home different. Building in the Bronx now indifferent to the outcome. He survived. Survival isn't the arrival at the comfortable. It's the continued breath in whatever form. The death of the plan is not the death of the person. Marcus, the worsen, and the hold and the continue. That's making it out in this honest venue. I count him in the hand, the specific hand of the 5 from the original number. All different methods of the lumber. Jack worker surviving the environment, all present. Count is honest. Who made it out? The count is honest. Made it out. Who made it out? The count is honest. The point it out is honest. Who made it out? Who made it out? Made it out. Who made it out? Who made it out? Who made it out? The Van Atlanta, Marcus the Bronx. 5 from the starter number, all different methods. Yeah. Yo 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 Night school at 35 is a specific kind of school. The cool of the younger students, the tool of the specific humility required to sit in a room where you are the tired oldest face in the row. The show of the adult learner, none the done version of the ego that blocks the young student from asking the question. The prudent adult student asking what to lose by asking the rules of the young, looking smart over being smart. The cart before the horse of the performance of knowing at 35 the going to school is expensive enough to strip the performance. You came to learn the grip of the ego was a luxury you didn't buy twice. Night school at 35.
The humility calls. The youth didn't bring it. They lost. Now let's sweat. I know it. Humility calls. The youth didn't bring it. They lost. Night school at 35. The humility calls. The
for accounting. The specific gap in my knowledge I'd worked around the map. But for 15 years, every year, the workaround got more expensive. The clear solution, learn the thing night school, Tuesday and Thursday. The tool of the 3-hour class after work. The quirk of the adult brain in the classroom. Slower on some things, the lower processing speed of the new syntax. Faster on context, the max of the adult brain is the translation to application, the station of the adult learner. Bridge building, this information meets that life, the gilding of the abstract with the specific.
Night school at 35.
Your humility calls,
The youth didn't bring it.
bring it, they lost.
Night school at 35.
Your humility calls,
The youth didn't bring it.
bring it, they lost.
Night school at 35.
The humility calls. Yo, what it gave, the thing I came for, plus the specific flaw of the peer group that only that room has. The people who went back, the jazz of the adult student cohort, all chose this, all cost something for this. The specific quality of the investment made visible in the room, the best learning environment I ever sat in. Not the best teaching the matins of people who chose to be there. The rare quality of the voluntary classroom, I do it again. The room taught more than the curriculum.
Night school at 35.
Your humility calls,
The youth didn't bring it.
bring it, they lost.
Night school at 35.
Humility calls,
The youth didn't bring it.
bring it, they lost.
Night school at 35.
Humility calls,
Night school at 35.
Tuesday, Thursday,
Night school at 35.
the thing I came for. Plus, what the room gave.
The storage of grief is a temporary arrangement the body don't allow. Permanent estrangement from what it's carrying. You can defer, you can compress the spur of the daily function, keeping it at bay to fit it of the grief into a compartment that don't interfere with the apartment of the regular life, manageable for a time. The rhyme of the deferred grief is the eventual account of textual evidence of the stored thing arriving sideways, not as grief as the thriving of another register. The anger that have no name object, the stranger reading of the room that feel like threat. Storage of grief, it don't store forever. It find its form on its own schedule, never the one you chose better to choose. When you process it, then lose the choice to the sideways arrival. A storage of grief for 2 years after my uncle died. The specific pride of the functional, the competent mourner who handled the logistics. The corner of the actual grief got filed for later. Later arrived without the curator of my choosing. It arrived in the parking lot on a Tuesday. In a song I forgot he loved. In the specific smell of a jacket. The bracket of the deferred open without announcement. The unprompted pronouncement of the store thing is scheduled, not mine. I sat with it in the parking lot. The design of the grief was its own timeline. I was just a storage unit for a while. Storage of grief, it don't store forever. The storage of grief, it don't store forever. The storage of grief, it don't store forever. The storage of grief, it don't store. The men I know who store grief the longest paid the highest price, the strongest version of the storage was the most expensive. In the long run, the defensive architecture of the store grief is elaborate. The relief for processing it, even partially, is out of proportion with the casually observed course of the processing. It costs less than you think. The storage costs more. I know this from the parking lot floor of a Tuesday. I didn't choose the storage of grief. It don't store forever. The storage of grief. It don't store forever. Tuesday parking lot. Don't store. Don't smoke. It don't store. Tuesday parking lot. The jacket smell, the song you love, the schedule was grief, not mine. Tuesday parking lot, the jacket smell, the song you love, the schedule was grief's not mine.
Yo. Yeah. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yeah. Yo, yo, yo. The
$50 bill from a stranger in 1993. The specific degree of broke that I was that November. The cold of dismemberment of what I thought was a plan for the month. The man at the bus stop would watch me count what was in the wallet, the account readable on my face before I knew I was showing it the residue of a November morning with $17 and a week left in the month. The collars of the pride that wouldn't ask anybody for anything. The flask of the dignity empty, held up right anyway. He handed me $50 and walked away. No name, no explanation. And the $50 bill from a stranger. Not alone, no exchange. The danger of the unreciprocatable gift. Enlarging you, the lift of it and the weight of it simultaneously. I didn't know how to receive it. The specific, terrific discomfort of the unrequested gift. The lift was real, the discomfort was real. The deal of the gift that can't be repaid directly is that it changed the direction of the obligation. You can't pay it back, you can pay it forward the track of the $50. I don't know where it went, I know the specific flow of what it did in me. The specific memory of being seen at the terrific moment of the invisible need. You know, the $50 bill from a stranger. Not alone, no exchange. The danger of the unreciprocatable gift. Enlarging you, the lift of it and the weight of it simultaneously. I look for the chance to forward it, the affordable moment of the gift to the stranger who reads. It's the same danger of November that he ratted me. I've done it 3 times. The free of the unreciprocatable, it release you from the debt by the action. The residue of the $50 now in someone else's November. The specific bells of the forward, I don't know what it did in them. I know what the 50 did in me. The man at the bus stop, no name, no face I remember clearly. Just the 50 and the walking away clearly. The $50 bill from a stranger. Not alone, no exchange. The danger of the unreciprocatable gift. Enlarging you, the lift of it and the weight of it simultaneously. The $50 bill from a stranger. Not alone, no exchange. The danger. $50 bill from a stranger. $50 bill from a stranger. No name, no explanation. No name, no explanation. No name, no explanation. The weight of it, the specific November. Yo, the information arrives. The raw pal fritters and fly, constitutionalis. Master fly, but Bucks Mully on the shit like a blend addict. The Imperator torn the dark, fat and padded. The informant moved through the block for 2 years after the specific arrears of the knowledge sitting between me and him. Without being spoken, the grim architecture of the known but not addressed. The compelled distance that opened without announcement. The pronouncement of the distance is the distance itself. The shelf of what we had before gone. The long record of what he was before the information arrived. Irrelevant to the calculation of what he became after the chapter closed. The relationship reclassified.
The informant, the information arrives. What it changes, everything what survived. The informant, the information arrives. What it changes, everything what survived. The informant, the information arrives. What it changes, everything what survived. The informant, the information arrives. What it changes, everything what survived.
Nothing of the before, the score is reset. The ledger rewritten from that day. I don't carry the anger the way I used to. The specific who and what and why settled into the accurate. He made a calculation, the elaborate justification he gave himself to reach the decision. I put it on the shelf. It doesn't interest me what he told himself. The calculus of the decision, here's the stimulus of the consequence. Mine to distribute a tribute of the correct response to the informant. The dormant, an absolute removal from the circle. No scene, no purple. Explanation of the closing, the opposing of the door, silent, permanent.
The information arrives, what it changes, everything what survived. The informant, the information arrives, what it changes, everything what survived. The informant, the information arrives, what it changes, everything what survived. The informant, the information arrives, what it changes, everything what survived.
He tried to reopen the conversation 3 years later. The creator of the situation seeking the absolution of the resolution. The resolution didn't exist on my side. The tried and tested forgiveness that the comfortable narrative would have me give. I'm native to a different territory. The mandatory accountant of the informant's position in the permanent ledger written. The ledger, don't forgive it, records. The lords of the moral high ground would advise differently. Let them their Indifferently safe advice come from outside the specific situation, the summation of my position. He's not in my life, that's the whole of the account and the strife of the moral life.
The information arrives, what it changes, everything what survive. The informant, dope. The information arrives, what it changes, everything what survive. The informant, the informant. The ledger don't forgive it, records. The door closed, solid, permanent. No scene, that's the accountant. The informant.
Yo, the last corner. You know what after. You know what after. The last corner. You don't know, it's the last until the last is past. The specific Tuesday that becomes the final. Tuesday on that block, the spinal architecture of the before and after. Installed without announcement, the chapter closed by circumstance rather than decision. The incision of the after into the before, retroactive. I've been on several last corners now. The how of the knowing it was last always comes after the sums of the specific detail that made it last. The cast of the light that afternoon, who was there, what was said. The rare gift of the last corner is the absolute clarity of the minute detail and the tribute of the memory. The memory. You know it after the chapter closed already before you could frame it. The name it gets is the last given retroactively, the effectively final, never announced, just ends. My last corner in the queue was a Wednesday. The specific Wednesday of the move, I stood on it for maybe 20 minutes before the cab, the baby. Blue sky that October morning, the warning, sign of the ordinary that I didn't read is warning. Just sky, just the morning. The men who were there, two of them, the usual, two the mutual, not of departure, the normal of the departure from that corner every morning. This one different by what came after, and identical in the moment, the laughter of ordinary Wednesday operating without the knowledge of its own weight. The memory. You know what after the chapter closed already before you could frame it. The name it gets is the last given retroactively, the effectively final, never announced, just ended. You know what after. You know what after. I drove past it 5 years later. The cab taking the familiar route. The grab of recognition, the corner still there. The specific angle of the stair entrance, the C building, the same pole from which the sign was long removed. The whole geography of the corner intact. The fact of its continuation without me. The free indifference of the corner to its witness. The business of the corner is the corner's business. I was a resident, then a former resident, then a stranger driving past the siding of the memory. Need a corner, just a corner, the mourner of the relationship is always the person, not the place. You know what after the chapter closed already before you could frame it. The name it gets is the last given retroactively, the effectively final, never announced, just ended. You know what after. You know what after. Wednesday, October. The ordinary morning. 5 years later, the cab drives past. The corner, just the corner. Yeah. Solitude has specific uses that company can't provide. The interior voice that gets louder when the outside noise is removed. The specific clarification of what you actually think. The station of your own position on things before the social negotiation brings the accommodation of other people's positions. In company, I adjust the conditions of the social exchange required. In solitude, I find what I find before the adjustment. The raw position, not always right, but the rendition before the social filter is useful information. The formation of the actual view unmanaged, that's what solitude provides. The bandaged version comes later, first the raw.
The uses of solitude, not loneliness.
The chosen alone,
not loneliness.
the chosen alone,
Not loneliness.
the chosen alone. The fullness of your own company before
Not
you.
loneliness.
The chosen alone,
Not loneliness.
the chosen alone,
Not loneliness.
the chosen alone. The fullness of your own company before you.
I learned to be alone without the urgency of feeling the silence, the emergency of the empty hour that reaches for the phone. I recognize it now, the tone of that urgency, avoidance of the interior, the superior discomfort of actually being with yourself, the shelf for unprocessed experience, the quiet surfaces, the circus of the avoided interior, arriving when the noise drops. I sit with it, the choice to sit with it instead of feeling is the practice, the thrilling panic of the first silence, becoming something else over time, a roommate self. The uses of solitude, not loneliness. The chosen alone, not loneliness. The chosen alone, not loneliness. The chosen alone, the fullness of your own company before you. Not loneliness. The chosen alone, not loneliness. The chosen alone, not loneliness. The chosen alone, the fullness of your own company. What solitude produced that company can't. The specific slant of the thought that only arrive in quiet. The riot of the creative that needs silence to form. Before the expression, the norm of the great work is the solitary formation. Before the social presentation, I need both. The solitude to form and the company to test and warm the form thing. Neither alone is enough. The tough practice is maintaining both. The sloth of the exclusively social. Nothing forms the isolation. Nothing gets tested. The norms of the full practice. Solitude in return. Not loneliness. The chosen alone. Not loneliness. The chosen alone. Not loneliness. The chosen alone. The fullness of your own company before you live. Not loneliness. The chosen alone. Not loneliness. The chosen alone. Not loneliness. No, the chosen alone. The interior voice, then the return, both necessary. The witness stand is the only honest position. The cross-examination of your own decision by the accumulated evidence of the life. The knife of the honest accountant cuts both ways. The days you held and the days you folded into this equal exhibit. In the record, the prohibit of the selective memory is the courtroom. In the room where the whole record is admissible. The dismissible version of yourself can't hide behind the edited. The credited achievements and the failures of equal weight. The state of the honest man on the stand. Exposed, accurate, earned. The witness stand.
Tell the whole
Truth, not the roof of the achievement without the foundation
of the failure.
total narration of the life. The witness stand, tell it accurate.
Tell the whole
I've been in rooms where the version presented was the invented biography of the comfortable, the retrievable truth buried under the performance, the conformance of the audience to the presented narrative they wanted. The inspiring version of truth is more useful than the roof of the inspiration speech. The reach of the accurate self-assessment is the only assessment that can locate the actual position. The expedition from the accurate position toward the target is navigable. The retrieval position from the comfortable fiction. Zero navigation, the station you invented isn't on the map.
tell the whole truth
They're not the roof of the achievement without the foundation
of the failure.
the total narration of the life. The witness stand, tell it accurate.
Tell the whole truth
They're at the roof of the achievement without the foundation
of the failure.
the total narration of the life. The witness stand, tell it accurate.
Tell the whole
I put myself on the stand annually, the manually conducted audit of the year against the intention, dimension of every gap between the planned and the actual, the contractual commitment of January reviewed in December, November of the comfortable left unexamined, the famine of the ego during the honest accounting, productive amounting evidence of the accurate position, not punishment, not absolution, navigation. I know where I am, the witness stand, no sham. From here, the next year is
tell
built
the
on,
whole truth
not the roof of the achievement without the foundation.
of the failure.
The total narration of the life, the witness stand, tell it accurate.
Tell the whole truth
They're not the roof of the achievement without the foundation of the failure. The total narration of the life, the witness stand, tell it accurate, tell the whole truth. The annual audit, the accurate position, not punishment, navigation, truth. The annual audit, the accurate position, not punishment, navigation, truth. Yo, August feel like the city got a fever that it like the heat that pressed down from the sky and strike back up from the concrete simultaneously. The spontaneously form community of the fire hydrant block. The kids, the chairs, the unlocked version of the neighborhood that only heat produce. The street becomes a room, the stoops of furniture, the supermarket lottery of who gotta work in AC. 1 in 4, roughly the free minority of the cool department become the social center, the department of the block's August operation. I grew up understanding the location of every working AC on 2 blocks.
What August feels like in the city,
the specific heat, not the pretty postcard version. The real August, concrete fever, hydrant spray, the thrust of the neighborhood into the street. That's what August feel like, that heat. That's what August feel like, that heat. The nights in August are different from the days. The heat don't leave, it just changed phase. From brutal to bearable around 10. The men come out on the stoops later. The specific hour when the concrete gives back the terrific heat it absorbed all day in the air. Achieve something close to livable. The rare breeze from the direction of the water. You know which direction you've been taught. The coordinates of relief since childhood. The East River wind when it should come at 11. Come from the right side. We were all oceanographers by the time we could ride a bike. The weather literacy of the block.
What August feels like in the city,
the specific heat, not the pretty postcard version. August, concrete fever, hydrant spray, the thrust of the neighborhood into the street. Yo, spill the heat up, now that's what August feel like. Heat that. The August block at midnight is its own country, the heat country, the temporary dissolution of the indoor-outdoor boundary. People sleep on roofs in August, the foundry of the apartment building releases the stored heat upward while you try to sleep. The feet are sleeping in August in the top floor. Walk up without AC, technique, the chalk up of what works. The specific sheet position, the window angle, the rendition of the cross breeze that can sometimes work. If the building across had the quirk of being set back enough, I know that angle. I lived it every August till I could untangle myself from the situation. Some August I miss it, the whole station of the heat punch. The specific city summer, yo, specific heat, out of the pretty postcard version. The real August, concrete fever, hydrant spray, the thrust of the neighborhood into the street. Yo, heat up, and that's what August feel like. Heat, Yo, the concrete fever, the August feels like the concrete fever, the hydrant spray, the concrete fever, the hydrant spray.
What August feel like in the city, What August feel like in the city, that specific heat.
Yeah.
Yo, apartment 4C, the specific address of the formative years. The press of 4 people in 3 rooms for 9 years. The tombs of privacy, non-existent in that geometry. The symmetry of the shared space you learn to read. People from close range, the creed of the tight quarters. You know the moods before they announce the bruise of the man across the hall and the breathing of the apartment walls. The seething and the calm, both audible through the specific thickness of the terrific walls that held 6 units per floor. I knew the score of everyone on the floor. Apartment 4C, 9 years of everything. The learning and the suffering in the same 3 rooms. The specific tombs of that address, they live in the body still of all these.
The kitchen table was the nerve center, the center of the family's daily operation. The specific station of each person at the table map, the power structure, the rap, silence of certain mornings when the night before had been difficult. The floor of the apartment, remembering the argument in the specific way the morning cement held the residue, the careful movement of everyone around the Grovement area of the unresolved, the reading of the family temperature, the seating of that skill was the table I read rooms. Now the way I read the kitchen at 7 a.m. The same skill, different rooms.
Apartment 4C, 9 years of everything, 9 years of everything. The learning and the suffering, in the same 3 rooms. Apartment 4C, 9 years of everything, 9 years of everything. The learning and the suffering.
I drove past the building last year, the specific recognition of the terrific ordinary facade, the window of 4C, someone else's curtain, the free passage of time over the address not addressed, the specific weight of what it held, the compelled return of the memory at the window, the shadow of the person I was in that room, looking out at the same view, the gloom and the light of the same sky. The sky remains that person gone, the why of the return was just a drive past, the past is in the window, the present. I keep driving.
Apartment 4C, 9 years of everything, 9 years of everything. The learning and the suffering, in the same 3 rooms. Apartment 4C, 9 years of everything, 9 years of everything. The learning and the suffering.
Someone else's curtain now, the window the same. The sky remains. I keep driving.